Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World. You joined me right after the last episode. We are flying over the Loch Ness trying to find Nessie. So far, no luck. Between this recording and the next, between the last recording and this, should I say, between this recording and the next, I haven't done the next recording. How could I even talk about that one? I took a quick look at where Ben Nevis was. Now, the good news is we were headed in generally the right direction. The bad news is, at this moment in time, we are now headed in the wrong direction, which I knew that was the case. I knew that Ben Nevis was somewhere off to the southwest of Inverness, and we're headed back towards Inverness right now. But happily, if we were to follow the road that goes alongside the Loch Ness, which we're on right now, we should be able to. There you go. You can just see the road. I see a A89. Is it the A89? A82? 80 something. It's the A82. Right, so if we were just to follow the A82, we should be headed towards that. Now you can see Inverness now ahead of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can turn ourselves around pretty sharpish. One pretty sharp turn coming up with a good height climb, so we can avoid a hill just in case. And back towards Loch Ness. That was a fantastic turn. Still can't see Nessie. No Nessie. So, right, we're going to be continuing along over here in the P-40 Warhawk, or the Kitty Hawk, as it's known on the DLC. It's known as a Warhawk, but also, obviously I know it as a Kitty Hawk. We're in maximum power at the moment. Reason being is we want to try and maintain this 350-ish or 300 miles per hour that we are at as we go across the Loch Ness. Otherwise it's going to take forever. Now this looks like a lovely place to go down during the daytime, although that bump on the side of the road is not ideal. It really does look like a lovely place. I wouldn't want to travel here at night. I have a feeling it would be a little bit scary at night, to be completely honest. Massive hill on one side, loch with a dinosaur in the other. Do I believe in the Loch Ness? Not really, no. I don't think the Loch Ness monster, should I say. I don't think Nessie exists exactly, but then again, this area would have been open to the sea many millennia ago if a dinosaur managed to get into this, and the fact that Nessie does sort of have that resemblance of a dinosaur in terms of the imagery or the pictures that people say, it could be an aquatic dinosaur of some sort, and I could accept that if there was a dinosaur. But the problem is that the sightings are so few and far between. It's just not it's not something that can be shown easily, to be completely honest, and that's a problem. Now we should have enough fuel to get to our destination, as long as I don't start. See, the problem is I can't be gunning it the whole way. I've been gunning it the whole time down here, coming back, going the other way from the Loch Ness. I was going so fast and with so much power. I've been using a lot of fuel, so I've got to ease back on that fuel. So actually we are slowing down now to a more suitable 230 miles per hour. There's a road continuing along. Tell you what, should we gain some height? Let's actually power up and gain some height. Just a little bit. Let's go over this area. Let's not fly directly over the water. Let's fly sort of off to this side. Now obviously with all the hills and the clouds and everything, there is a lot more going on with the weather, so it's not the easiest of flights, I will admit. It really is not. There is a lot of turbulence in the area, and I can understand that turbulence. There we go. Somewhere along here looks good. People actually live out here, it seems. I don't know how realistic that is. I mean, obviously there would be farms, but people do actually live out here. As a matter of fact, now I'm kind of interested to see. There are little towns everywhere, like what's this one called? Ivor Morriston. We've got Altsai. We've got White Bridge on the other side of the loch. We're coming up towards the end of the loch, so we should be coming up to Fort Augustus at the end of the loch. Yeah, there are definitely towns, and this is actually clouded over. I thought this was meant to be light clouds. This is clouded over quite significantly at this moment in time. Huh. Unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, we're on our way to Ben Nevis today, which is near Fort William, and it shouldn't take us too long. Ooh, what's that way? I want to go that way, but at the same time, because there's all those hills that way. There's also hills here, but at the same time, I want to keep an eye out just to see if the Easter egg is in Flight Sim World. If Orbex put an Easter egg in. Oh, that's a little bit jagged. That's very jagged. I'm pretty sure a cliff face is not meant to be like that. Take a look from outside. It's not a view that I want. That's a decent view. No, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be... there doesn't seem to be one. Don't fall into the water. That would be horrible. Good views. Good views. Let's go back inside, though. Alright. And time for us to head towards the next one. Right, so we've got the road we need to follow. There is the road. If we lose sight of the road, we're in a little bit of trouble. If we follow this valley right the way through, so we've got Fort Augustus. Ooh, some Judder. That's only happened after the latest True Sky update. Judders like that. So, something to be concerned about. Ooh, there's turbulence that goes over the hill. Whoa. There's the A82 on our... There we go. Right over here on our left-hand side is the A82. Gonna go past another small body of water. We're headed towards another set of hills. These ones are known, I believe, as... there's an area called South Lagan over here. And we've got... the town of Lagan coming up very, very soon. So we're just going to potter through all of this. And you can see now it's definitely mountainous. This is no longer a hilly region. This is a proper mountainous region. And I must say the weather effect, or the turbulence and the thermals coming off the mountain, or should I say the turbulence and the eddies coming off the mountain, are pretty well replicated actually. Now, I hope I haven't gotten lost and ended up following the A87 to Loch Garry. I don't think I have. If this ends up on the left-hand side, then we're on Loch Lochy. Whatever Loch Lochy means. Loch Garry would be on that side. This would be called Loch Lochy. And it looks about right, because looking at the terrain, the hills, looks about right for me. I am really going to be low on fuel though by the time I get to Ben Nevis. It's a good thing I've got two fuel tanks in the wings. But we have definitely done a journey here at full tilt. And that's something. Yeah, this is definitely Loch Lochy. So there we go. Welcome to Loch Lochy. Sounds quite odd. I'm not going to be doing a Scottish accent in this video, though I can pull off a fairly good Scottish accent. I'm not going to do it. Slowing down once again. And now Ben Nevis is going to be coming up to our view, or into our view, as we approach the end of the loch. In fact, you can just see those mountains just over there. Whoa. Don't climb. Yeah, in fact, no, let's climb. That's a good idea. Well done, plane. Smart. There you go. You can see the mountains now. Ben Nevis. This is the tallest mountain in the UK. Now people are probably going to go, how tall is it? That's a very good question. How tall is Ben Nevis? That's a very good question. I used to know this. Let's go along there. There's the road. That's good. I used to know this, but I'm not entirely sure. And unfortunately, I think I only know it in feet, which is, I think, 4,500 feet. I think it's 4,500 feet, which in meters is about, let me think, divided by 1,400 meters or thereabouts. So it's not really, we're not talking about a mountain that's like the greatest mountain ever. Let's have a dip down again. Let the nose dip. I'm just letting the nose dip naturally a few times, just to see what we got. It's not like the biggest mountain ever. It's actually a very small mountain, but for the UK, it's a fairly big mountain. See, the thing about the UK is we don't have huge mountains, but I'll tell you something. We have a lot of hills. Like, the entire UK is just hills. So we've got lots of valleys, lots of water. We've got flooding. We get high winds. We get we have a microclimate in and of itself, and in that microclimate, it's rough. It can get really rough. I know people go, oh yeah, well, it doesn't get as rough as Florida with hurricanes. No, you're right. It doesn't get as rough as Florida with hurricanes. We don't get, 200, 160 mile an hour winds, but we do get 100, 110 mile per hour winds. And the other thing is, we get winds all around the year. You know, it's not for those people who think Britain is a place that's not very windy. Oh, it gets windy, and it gets windy all around the year. Right. Oh, I can refuel that now. Should I refuel it now? Yeah, let's refuel it now. It's just giving us a little bit more. Fine. Gives us a chance to fly around a little bit. Alright, and here we go. We're now in the area of Ben Nevis. So now all we've got to do is look for the tallest peak. And you know what? I think Orbits have actually got photoreal scenery here. I've just noticed that. In this area, it looks like Orbits have got photoreal scenery. That's impressive. Don't slow down too much. They have as well. Oh, very nice. Right, looking for mountain peaks, looking for mountain peaks. Keep looking ahead. Don't want to be plow into the side of a mountain. Actually, this could be it. Nothing higher on that side? No. This looks fairly high, and I see another one. Yeah, there we go. This is Ben Nevis. And it's in photoreal. Oh, well done, Orbex. Actually, no, that's Ben Nevis. Scratch that. That is Ben Nevis. And it's photoreal. Oh, that's... I will give you that. I will certainly give you that, Orbex. To have photoreal scenery like this... Ah, these clouds are really ruining the moment here. Don't be a mountain on the other side. Please don't be a mountain on the other side. But honestly, look at that. That is fully photo... I could not... If I look at that at this point in time, I would say that that's real. And you can see where the photoreal scenery begins as well. You can just see, look at that area, and then look at what happens here. That's actually astounding. I'm actually really happy that I came along here now to this area. It's a shame about the clouds. Definite shame about the clouds, but still. Let's get ourselves right over bank. Let's dive down into this. Oh look, you can see the shadow as well of our aircraft. That's fantastic. That genuinely is fantastic. Very high speed here. And look at the way the gusts are pushing this aircraft up and over and around. That's not me. That's me fighting. That's me fighting thermals, and that's me fighting brakes on the wind, and me fighting eddy currents, and wow. I am impressed. Colour me impressed at this point in time, right now. If all of Flight Sim World looked like that, I would pay £100. Or even if Britain, all of Britain, was photorealistic like that, I would probably pay £100 for Flight Sim World. And that may sound really silly, but I wanted to show you from now this view. Let's turn back towards Ben Nevis. I know that sounds really silly. Why would you even pay that? I've never seen that before. Obviously, I've never been able to afford fully photoreal scenery. I've got Orbx FTX Global in Flight Simulator 10, but I've never been here. Now, I don't know whether FTX Global in Flight Sim 10 is like this, but look at that. You can see the difference as we go into a photoreal area. You can visibly see the difference there from pre-generated to completely and utterly realistic. Now, unfortunately, I still wish it was higher resolution. That's low. That's still not high enough resolution. Double the resolution of that. That's all they've got to do, is double that resolution. And Flight Sim World, if they can optimize for it, look at that entire area. You can just see, if you look back there, you can see where it becomes where it switches to this photoreal mode. That's impressive. That really is genuinely impressive. I'm happy I came here, and hopefully, and you can just see, there we go, as we're passing between the mountains, the way I am being pushed around, it's crazy. It really is crazy the way I'm being pushed around. That's not me turning the aircraft or anything. That's just me being thrown about. Speaking of being thrown about, I need to avoid that. That's a high G turn. Still, that is impressive. Well done. Well done, Flight Sim World, for this. I just wish now you guys had a photo mode, because that would have been one awesome photo that I could take. But I can't, because every time I press pause, it's not a photo mode. I'm still having a look. I am genuinely astounded by this area. I really, really am. I wonder what other modes we could use. No, 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 no. That mode. That was dangerous. That was really dangerous. No, seriously, props where props are due. You know, credit where credit's due. I give you props for this. Try and get right over the top of that. That's going to be tough. Up. Just up. Or maybe it's not completely I don't know. It looks completely photoreal to me. This area looks like it was actually... It is photoreal. I'm just looking around and trying to work out what is not... What is and isn't looking right. Like, for example, that area there doesn't look right. Just there. This whole area here looks absolutely perfect. Like, this is Britain as people know it. Not the sort of patchwork, constant patchwork everywhere of plants. Of fields. This is Britain. You know, you have a field, you have a river, you've got a... This is Britain, basically. You've got all the various areas, and it all mushes together in a very different fashion. very, very different fashion. How is it critically low? I've just topped up with a full tank of fuel now. But anyway, I think I'm going to end that there. I'm so astounded with that. I'm just going to end it there. I really am astounded with that. I'm going to see if I can get a climb going here. So there's a little bit of a tour of Scotland, and I am glad I did so. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. If you guys are already a Patreon, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that support. And if you're not, well, thank you for watching anyway, and thank you for actually leaving likes, leaving comments. I really appreciate those. And if you can afford to do so, do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Your support would be massively appreciated, even if it's just $1, and every amount will have access to my Discord server, at the very least into the lounge. There you go. You can see again where the photoreal, where it's changing. You can just see the squares where it's changing. Fantastic. So yeah, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. You will find me there. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time in Flight Sim World. Although, did I mention, if you're watching this on Twitch, thumbs up and a follow. I'll see you guys next time.